Hey everybody, it's Mrs. Porter here. This is just a quick little video to go over the different types of music notation, and it's also going to tell us how to get into your first assignment. So I am going to share my screen with you so that you can see what's going on. And the first thing I want you guys to look at is this kind of tan page. And in it, it has lots of different types of musical notation, all right? So the first thing I want to look at is we're going to look at the very top one, okay, where it says 4/4. And if you notice in the second measure, these dark lines are called our measure lines. That's just helping us separate our music notes. For right now, we don't need to worry too much about measure lines. We're going to be talking about those more later this year. But for right now, I want to look at the second measure, all right, this like kind of second grouping of notes. And you're going to notice that this first one and the second one look very, very similar, but they're just a little bit different. The second one is colored in and the first one is not. Now, if you can think back to last year or even back to second grade, you're going to know that the difference in those notes is that the one that is colored in gets one beat and is called a ta, and the first one that is not colored in gets two beats and it's called a ta-ah. So we have a ta-ah right here and we have a ta here. This little squiggle line is a ZC or a rest, and a rest is also going to get one beat. Looking here, we have our ta-ah, a ta-ah, a ta-ah. Again, we get to skip these lines. A ta, we have our rest. We have another ta, two ta-ahs. Then we get to this guy. Again, we get to skip that measure line. What is this? Most of you got it. It's a TT. All right, it is a TT. And a TT, it's two sounds, but they go so fast that they only get one beat. Now you can break a TT apart and only have one T, but we are not going to have that right now in our music classes, maybe by the end of the year. So we're going to see our TTs put together like this very often. And sometimes even you see that they're two next to each other. Sometimes they'll even connect them right here so that it will look like four, but they'll still just be those two TTs just kind of combined. All right. So this grouping is one beat. This grouping of TT is one beat. And then we end with a ta-ah. So let's go ahead. Let's just clap number one or the very top one. All right. And we're going to start with the ta-ah. I'm going to do it with you. And then you guys can rock and roll. Here we go. Starting, here we go. Ta-ah, 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 ta. Ta-ah, ta-ah, ti-ti, ti-ti, ta-ah. Now, if that was a little bit too fast for you, then you can always slow it down. It could go like this. 1, 2, ready, go. Ta-ah, 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 ta. Ta-ah, ta-ah, ti-ti, ti-ti, ta-ah. It is totally okay to go a little bit slower. Totally fine. We're going to skip number 2, and we're going to go down here to number 3. I want you to take a look at it and tell me how many rests do you see in number 3? 3, you got it. 3 of the squiggles, right? 1, 2, 3. How many tas do you see in number 3, or the third one down? 9. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You got it, because the ones that are not filled in are not tas. How many TTs do you see in the third one down? It was a trick question. There are no TTs in that one. What about ta-ahs? Yes, there are 2, because ta-ahs are not colored in and they get 2 beats, and tas are colored in and they only get 1. All right, let's go ahead and let's clap number 3, the third one down. 1, ready, go. 1, oh, I am so sorry. I totally messed up. 1, 2, ready, go. Ta, 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 ah, ta, ah, ta, ta, ta. Nice job. Let's look at the very bottom one. This will be the last one we do, just for our little rhythm practice. And this time, I want you to look at it and tell me how many TTs you see in that one. How many groupings of TTs? 5. Nice job. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. And then are the rest of them tas or ta'as? I know that there's some rests there, but what are the other ones that have the note heads? Are they tas or ta'as? They are tas. Nice job. Let's go ahead and clap it together. I'm going to go a little faster this time for our friends that can go a little faster. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Ta, ti, ti, ta, ti, ti, ta, ti, ti, ta. Ta, ti, ti, ta, ti, ti, ta, ta, ta. Nice job. Nice job. If you notice, I might say rest under my breath, but I am not using it as something that I'm saying out loud because on those rests are when we are not playing, okay? The last thing that we did do in our class today was we talked about a whole note or a ta, ta, it gets 4 beats and it kind of looks like an eyeball, all right? That is not on here. However, remember, it does not have a stem or a stick that comes from it at all. It just looks like kind of a circle that's partially filled in. And it takes up an entire measure. So you would only have one whole note that would fill up between this line and this line. Okay, only one whole note can take up a whole measure. And that's kind of a giveaway too, that it's a whole note. So again, we also have that whole note. It goes ta, ah. And you will see those in our sample that we're going to be doing here together. So what we're going to do now is we're going to switch gears. We went from our rhythm practice to now how are we going to do our assignments. All right, so I want us to go into your classroom. All right, now I'm doing a sample class right now, but I want you to go into your Music Google Classroom, and from there you're going to click on classwork. All right. And under weekly assignments, you're going to see recorder assignment number 1. Okay, you're going to click on that. And here are all of my directions. All right, you will have a due date, okay? But you're going to go into the document and you're going to open it with Kami. All right, you're going to open it with Kami. And then I just want to tell you about the different things that I want you to do once you have it opened, okay? You are going to speak the rhythms, just like we talked about in our class. You're going to then chin the song, and then you're going to play the song. So it's a 3-step process just to play one song on your recorder. All right. I'm going to do an example for you guys in the document. So if you need to see it, you can do that. But I also left a little bit of an instruction on how to get into Kami if this video is a little bit confusing for you. All right. Things that I'm looking for in your assignment, the things I'm going to be grading you on, are the rhythms correct? Do you have your left hand on top when you're playing the recorder? Do you keep a steady beat, or do you feel like sometimes you play really slow and sometimes you play really fast, or do you feel like you keep that steady pulse the whole time? And are you squeaking when you're playing your recorder? Does it sound like you're blowing on that hot soup nice and slowly and evenly, or are you blowing really, really hard? Are your fingers not covering all the holes? All right, so all of that is under your assignment, but you're going to click on it, and it's going to take you into Kami. All right, actually, it's going to take you into this page right here. And what you need to do is you're going to go over here where it says Open with Kami, and you're going to click on it. And it's going to take you into our Kami software. Now, again, I know some of you know how to do this already. Some of you, this might be the very first time, and that's totally fine. It's very much okay. All right, so what's going to happen is now that you're in Kami, none of this is probably showing. All right, actually, maybe select is probably what's being shown right now. All right, but you are going to see that there's this yellow dot, and then you're going to also see that there's this green triangle. The yellow dot is going to be me doing a sample for you of what you need to do. And that sample is going to be right over here where it says Mrs. Porter. You're going to click play. And I'm going to show you in a video in that sample what I'm looking for. And I'm going to be doing number 1. Okay. What you are going to be doing for me is number 2. All right. So I'm doing a video to show you how to do it or what I'm looking for. And then you are going to come in and you are going to create your own video to do number 2. Okay. So number 2, you have to practice this on the recorder. You can practice it before you actually have to record. Okay. I would strongly recommend practicing it before you try recording it. But when you feel like you've practiced it and you've practiced all 3 steps, you can clap it with the tas and the titis, you can chin it with your recorder, and then you can play it on the recorder. Once you can do all 3 of those, all right, you're ready to record. Now you can record 3 different videos, one of you clapping it, one of you chinning it, and one of you playing, or you can do just one really big recording of you doing all 3 of those things at the same time. If it was me, I would do 3 separate recordings so that if you made a mistake and you want to try again, you can just delete it and you don't have to worry about losing any of your work. All right, that would be what I would do, but it's totally up to you. When you're ready to do any of your recordings, you're going to come down here to the comment section and you're going to click comment. Then I already have it highlighted, but you're going to come down here to video comment and click video comment. All right, and then you're going to click on anywhere on number 2. All right, and when you click on number 2, that is going to give you another video down here, and it's going to record everything you do, bada bing, bada boom. Maybe you're clapping it, ta, ti, ti, ta, ta, ti, ti, ta, ta, ti, ti, ta. That wasn't right whatsoever, all right? But maybe you're doing your clapping, and then you get done, and you can click done. And that is going to give you another video that I get to see of you performing that. Now let's say, okay, Mrs. Porter, you don't ever go ta, ti, ti, ta, ta, ta. There are no ta, ta, tas, right? Oh, well, I made a big mistake, so I'm going to go in. I don't like it. I'm going to get rid of it. Okay? Then all I have to do, I can come over here and I can press it again, and I can redo it as many times as I need to. When you're done, all you're going to do is hit turn in, and then you are set to go. All right? That is it. You can press anywhere in here, anywhere in the document to get the little video comment. I could press down here and it'll come up. It'll just come up a little bit lower. That's totally fine. All right, again, I don't want to keep that, so I'm going to get rid of it. But this one right here where I'm actually talking to you, that's the one that will really matter, that you're going to want to watch. Because again, I'm showing you an example of what I'm looking for. I'm doing number 1, but I want you guys to do number 2. All right. If you have any questions about how to do this, please make sure that you get a hold of me. You can email me at mporter@oregoncs.org, or you can message me through Class Dojo. I hope that this has been helpful, and I can't wait to see how you guys do with playing a note B, number 2. Thank you guys so much, and I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful day. See you guys later. Bye.